can't measure. It's all pretty real, and it's been an amazing thing to watch.
Boog, it always feels like the sky is falling for Cubs fans every time they lose. What's your message to them?
Oh, am I giving the message?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the message is this team's in line to make the playoffs, and take a deep breath, go meditate, do something. I just think, right now it's frustrating because they haven't scored, but it's a little odd to have as many of your good hitters. It's not just Tucker, but Suzuki is cold. PCA's been pretty cold for a long stretch. So is Michael Busch. It's not going to happen if those guys don't hit the rest of the way, but I have a pretty good feeling that the rest of the way they'll figure it out and they should score. So I still would lean on this idea. I think that the Cubs, if they have an issue the rest of the way, I still think that there's a better chance that they have a run prevention problem than a run scoring problem the rest of the way. I really believe that.
Why?
I just think that that's the way it is in this sport. They don't get enough swing and miss. It's a good defense, but I would still say that overall, this team is hit better than it's pitched.
I'm curious,
everything's gonna be all right.
From your perspective,
Mr. Boog.
not just as a Brewers TV man, but as a national guy, when you watch the Cubs, what stands out to you?
Well, when the Cubs, play in the playoffs. No, I mean, they're from afar. The Cubs, I've said it most of the year. I feel like they have the second best offense, maybe trending to the best offense. They're not hitting now. It's really odd, like Boog said, to have this many players, your A-list players, not performing. I think, the day games, the season that kind of beat you down a little bit, they'll rally up. I totally expect the Cubs to make a run in the postseason. I think they're really good. I think they've got the kind of team that once you get through the season, if you make the playoffs, you get a clean slate, and that's going to energize all the players. It's certainly going to energize the fan base. But what the Brewers are doing is only making the Cubs, 500 record since the All-Star break feel worse, but it's still not that bad. And I know Craig Counsell beat that drum to death, but you're really in a good spot. And I think playoffs are better with the Cubs in it, and I think the Cubs are going to make it. I do see the Reds kind of making a little run. That Reds-Mets scenario could be interesting, but I think we're going to have a lot of big boys in the playoffs, and we have the National League. We at TBS.
Who's this time?
My TBS family.
Okay.
And switching gears now, and we're fired up for that because we got all the big markets and then the plucky Brewers who we're fired up about.
All right, one last question from a national perspective.
3 questions?
Yeah. I was told there'd only be 3.
Actually, you told me I could ask just one, and that would take the entire segment.
We had a meeting.
Yeah, we did. You got a little better at landing the plane. Go ahead. You know, one more question. Yeah.
Who's the best team in the majors? I know the Brewers have the best record, but you guys see all the teams. Who's the best out there?
Yeah, we are. No, I do think that right now you have to say the Brewers are the best team in the major leagues just because they're doing it, and until proven otherwise. That's a different story in the playoffs. Who knows? You're gonna have a lot of guys who've never been in that fire, so we'll see. But right now, best team. I mean, it's hard to go against the Dodgers with their roster, but man, team, I got to go Milwaukee.
I know, Boog, you love this question.
I agree with Brian. I think it's Milwaukee right now. It doesn't much matter, right? Ultimately, once it gets to the postseason, it resets, and how you're playing doesn't much matter. So you just get into the tournament, and, so there are no real prizes for being the best team. But I think you'd have to say Milwaukee. We just got to look at Toronto, and I think Toronto's good, but I think Milwaukee's better.
John, Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really loved it.
Thank you. Good job.
Fun chopping it up with both Boog Sciambi from Marquee and Brian Anderson from Brewers Television. The 50-50 raffle is featuring a new mega jackpot. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets at cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador here at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game, now through the end of Thursday's game against the Brewers. Coming up, the Manager's Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi and Harris on The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs. Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain. You can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Come see what's cooking in Des Moines, Iowa, where there's something for every taste. The crispy hash browns at Waveland Cafe, a sizzling bacon glazed pork chop at Oak Park, the snap of a foot-long hot dog at an Cubs game, a 2-foot State Fair lobster roll that has cameras clicking and mouths watering. Hungry yet? Come to Des Moines and try everything. I guarantee you'll come back for seconds. Plan your foodie feast at catchdesmoines.com, because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Cubs Brewers at Wrigley Field, game one of a doubleheader. Time now to hear from Cubs manager Craig Counsell, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Counsell was asked when Kyle Tucker will return to the lineup.
Look, I think we're in a mode we're gonna get through games here and see what's going on. So we talked Sunday night a little bit, and we put a lot on the table, and then we'll see where that goes.
Maybe in a bat, even in this game, or is this just
No, that's. I mean, we're not gonna. Yeah, he's healthy and available, so yeah.
But not in the lineup today. Owen Casey playing right for the Cubs in game one of this double dip. The baseball board next on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
One of the best ways to lower the carbon footprint of your business, manufacturing, or industrial facility is with mechanical insulation. Let the Heat and Frost Insulators and Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors perform an energy assessment on your facilities. With a simple energy assessment, they'll show you ways to save money and make your facilities greener. Mechanical insulation creates efficiency and saves money. It often pays for itself in less than a year with energy savings. For a list of skilled Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors, visit local17insulators.com.
Grace Run. Cubs Brewers here at Wrigley Field. Let's pause as we get set for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see does that star-spangled banner
Grace Ryan performing the national anthem prior to game one between the Cubs and Brewers here at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. Who are you banking on is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Seiya Suzuki, who had a hit in game yesterday. And he's fresh off his 31st birthday, which he celebrated yesterday. Time now for the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. So the all-star left-hander, Matthew Boyd, going for the Cubs. He is 11-6 this season with an ERA of 2.46. Meantime, right-hander Chad Patrick from Northwest Indiana is going for the Brewers, 3-7 with a 3.52 ERA. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. This is the only matinee in the majors today. In game 2 tonight, the Cubs will activate Jamison Tyone. He's 7-4 with a 4+ ERA coming off that calf strain. And right-hander Brandon Woodruff will be on the hill for the Brewers in the nightcap, 4-0, an ERA of 2.06. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Cubs, Brewers, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Everything comes down to how you finish, and the wall covering, drywall finishing, signage, glass systems, and painting contractors at finishingchicago.com always produce a hit. Chicago's top general contractors and property managers rely on Finishing Chicago's industrial and commercial contractors to provide the most well-trained, safety-focused, and reliable crews. Before starting work on your next job site, check out their website, finishingchicago.com, your free resource to find quality finishing contractors.
Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Car accident? Call DNW right now. Slip and fall? Call DNW right now. Any accident at all? Call DNW Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stop by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer. This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's game 1 of a split doubleheader between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us. It's cloudy, but it's dry, and this is game 1 of a long day of baseball. The Cubs losing the opener of this 5-game series yesterday. So they now find themselves 9 games out of first place in this National League Central Division race. The starting pitchers for game one of the Twin Bill. Matthew Boyd has been the Cubs' ace all season long. The left-hander Boyd is 11-6. He will be opposed by Chad Patrick, a right-hander for Milwaukee who brings a record of 3-7 into the game. Again, it's cloudy and breezy, but it's dry. Temperature 76 degrees. Starting lineups coming up, and those are sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Here are the starting nines. First of all, for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers, Sal Frelick will lead off in right. Caleb Durbin batting second and playing third base. William Contreras catching. Christian Yelich, the designated hitter. Yelich hitting fourth. Andrew Vaughn at first. The left fielder is Isaac Collins. Bryce Terang batting seventh and playing second base. Brandon Lockridge in center and batting ninth and playing shortstop, Joey Ortiz. Those are the Brewers. Here are the Cubs. It'll be Michael Busch to lead off at first base. Ian Happ in left field. Seiya Suzuki, the designated hitter. The cleanup man is the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Willie Castro at second base. Owen Casey batting sixth and playing right field. Dansby Swanson at short. Reese McGuire catching. And batting ninth and playing third base, the rookie Matt Shaw. So there you have the lineups. Cubs are on the field. We are ready for baseball. A day-night Twin Bill coming your way right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home, afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
If you're looking for the opportunity to succeed, the Village of New Lenox offers extraordinary schools, healthcare, and a growing community with a wonderful quality of life. Join the 100-plus businesses that have opened in New Lenox in the last 2 years, and they have more room to grow, whether retail, office, commercial, healthcare, or hospitality. New Lenox is located at the crossroads of I-355, I-80, I-55, and I-57, making it easy to get to, and a place you won't want to leave. New Lenox, nothing short of extraordinary.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, Patrick. Long day of baseball coming up here at Wrigley. But I think we should be okay weather-wise. And Cubs need to get back on track with the offense. And with Boyd on the bump today, this would be a good time for it.
I was looking at the forecast, and you're right, Ron. It does look very promising and favorable for dry weather. It's going to be cloudy and maybe a sprinkle or two, but nothing major like we had last night, which washed away the second part of what was going to be a split doubleheader yesterday. Sal Frelick will lead it off. Matthew Boyd, the big left-hander, brings a record of 11-6 into the game and a sparkling ERA of 2.46. The tall southpaw ready to go to work, sporting a red glove. First pitch to Frelick is taken outside, and away we go. And, Ron, as you think about Boyd facing these Brewers, what's on your mind?
Boy, if he has the ability to throw his fastball up in the zone, and it's a two-seamer. Very tough to cover. That is it right there. He saw it right at the top of the zone for a strike. And when he's commanding his fastball, boy, his secondary pitches become deadly.
He drops down sidearm and misses inside, Ron.
But I love his aggressiveness. He is on the attack from the time he starts the ball game till the time he leaves. He really does.
And the 2-1. Bouncer to second. Routine for Castro. The flip to first. One away. Boyd's last outing, Ron, you'll remember vividly. He was matched up with Max Scherzer. It's one of the very best pitching duels we've seen all season long.
Yeah, both guys were outstanding, and you talk about the game clipping along. You could barely, make a statement and boom, the next ball was put in play. Both teams were swinging early in the at-bat, Yeah, it was some matchup. It really was.
2 hours and 6 minutes, the length of that ball game, as Caleb Durbin will take a strike. A smallish crowd on hand right now. So if you are in the area and you'd like to take in a ball game, we've got room for you here. Lots of empty seats in the upper deck and some in the lower. Here's a swing and a foul back by Durbin. Milwaukee, the hottest team in baseball. Had a 14-game winning streak end on Sunday, but they got back into the win column yesterday. 15 out of 16. The 0-2 from Boyd. Fastball just inside. 76 degrees. Feels good, doesn't it?
Unbelievable, especially after having such a hot streak of weather, no matter where we were for a while. It's kind of a shot in the arm with the weather here, getting a nice cool day.
Changeup fouled away. Game time temp is 76, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Durbin's hometown, Evanston, Illinois, right around the corner from Wrigley. And now the 1-2 pitch. Changeup is down low. Durbin, one of the main hitting stars yesterday. Homer drove in 2. And now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Changeup. Did he go? No swing. Durbin almost turned an ankle trying to avoid swinging at that pitch. Somehow he managed to not swing.
I think McGuire, the catcher, thought, where's the pitch? All the movement by Durbin probably confused the home plate umpire.
Driven to left, going back is Happ with room, makes the catch. Backpedaling onto the warning track, straight away deep left field. Durbin lines out. 2 down, no score, just underway. The batter is William Contreras.
Sometimes in a ball game, you'll wonder how the umpire missed the pitch and that changeup before the ball hit the left. If a hitter has a lot of movement, like a kind of a check swing, falls, the catcher, same type of thing. If you get a lot of crazy movement that's not ordinary, it's tough for the umpire to track the ball to the strike zone. And because of that, a lot of times that pitch will be called a ball.
William Contreras takes inside for a ball. And the next offering from the left-hander, a swing and a foul back. 1-1. I just remember umpiring a lot of amateur games, Ron. If there's a big catcher, too, a big body, that can block your view of certain pitches over the course of a game.
Absolutely. Especially if a guy moves and he's got a big body like that.
Now the 1-1 bounce to short should be routine for Swanson. It is, as he makes the play. 3 up, 3 down for Boyd after a half. No score. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Cool here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
Chad Patrick is the right-handed starting pitcher for Milwaukee. Now, we did see him at Wrigley earlier this year, back on June the 17th. The Cubs beat him as he worked 5 innings. Michael Busch will lead it off, and Michael takes outside for a ball. And the Cubs got several hits. They got 6 hits, 4 earned runs. Patrick walked a couple and walked away as a loser in a 5-3 final. Here's the next offering. A swing and a drive, left center field, pretty well hit. Lockridge back on the track in front of the fence, makes the catch in deep left center. Busch gave it a long ride. The wind, though, is blowing the other way towards right and right center, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that ball is well struck off the bat of Michael Busch and right into the wind blowing in from left center, and that's right where that ball was ticketed. Bushy hit it, and I think he thought it had a good chance, and it's caught, as you said, Pat, right in front of the ivy in left center field.
Ian Happ will take a strike. Ian did not play in the series opener. Leadoff man was presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Busch would have gotten a base hit, Benny's would have donated $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Strike 2 to Happ.
A little breaking ball down and in. Ian was looking for the fastball and got the slider cutter. 85 miles an hour. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
And the next offering missing outside. Now, here's something I found interesting, Ron. Patrick has made 12. Let's see. Let me make sure of this number before I read it. Here's a swing and a drive, right center field. On the run, Lockridge and Freelick. That ball is going to be off the fence. Happ just missed a home run, and he pulls in at second with a standing double. He hit that ball hard. It landed in the vines, maybe 4 or 5 feet below the basket in deep right center field. The Cubs have a scoring chance.
Boy, it's a fastball, 4-seamer right at the bottom of the zone, knee high, and Ian hammers it. It's a line drive bullet. And as you said, Pat, just underneath the basket by a few feet and comes out of the ivy, but it'll be an easy stand-up double for Ian.
Patrick 3-7 on the year. Cubs have a man at second with 1 away for Seiya Suzuki, who fouls it away. But this is his first big league start since July the 5th, so he might be a little rusty.
Yeah, well, they just got called up from Nashville, so he has been one of those guys that has swung back and forth a little bit, but he was in Nashville.
It's an International League AAA team for Milwaukee. The pitch low and outside. Pretty good save by Contreras. No score, bottom of the first, 1 away and a man at second.
Patrick, kind of one of those guys, Pat, that if you rolled the clock back 25, 30 years ago, you would say he's a sinker slider guy. You know, his fastball is either a 4-seamer or a 2-seamer, which would run in on the right-handed hitter.
Now the pitch to Seiya. It's a wild pitch. Bouncing off the body of Contreras and then bouncing off the screen over to the third base side of home plate. Down to third goes Happ. And now let's see if the infield comes in with 1 away in a scoreless game in the first inning.
Well, that's that slider cutter pitch that he throws, and this one bounces, I don't know, 1.5 feet in front of home plate and explodes. Nothing can. Contreras, one of that one-knee guy, and, you know, really didn't move much. Tried to backhand it and just deflected it off the backstop screen.
Infield in all the way around. The pitch to Seiya. It's outside, 3-1.
But he would be the sinker slider guy, right? The ball runs in, the fastball 4-seam, 2-seam into the righty, and then he throws primarily a cutter, and it kind of stays on the same plane, but ball's going to go one way or the other, and usually pretty hard.
The 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Very close pitch. Seiya gets the walk, and it brings up Pete Crow Armstrong. Now the middle infielders will back up.
Yeah, you'll get a little combo, in the middle of the diamond. They'll play double play depth. The corners will play in somewhat. And now they're bringing Durbin in even with the grass at third, and that makes more sense to me. Because from where he was playing, there's no way he was going to be able to double up Pete. Now he's playing even at the grass.
Pete Crow Armstrong waits, takes a fastball strike. Big opportunity here right away, Ron, and the Cubs desperate to try to get things turned around, both from their standpoint and to try to cool off Milwaukee as well. A stretch for the 0-1. Quiet at Wrigley, the pitch outside. I was thinking earlier today, sometimes all it takes is one play, one big hit, one key defensive play, and it can turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely. You get, a different feeling in that dugout, and all of a sudden you start high-fiving and the line keeps moving, and then everybody starts contributing.
A little pop fly foul out of play. Might have been a broken bat. Pete immediately walks over toward the dugout. He did break that bat.
That was a cutter in on his hands.
So now the count is 1-2. Suzuki being held by Vaughn at first. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. Cubs threatening. Men at first and third. One down. And a 1-2 count on the dynamic Pete Crow Armstrong, who waits. And the pitch by Patrick on the way. Ground ball to third. The play is going to come home. The slide, and out at the plate is Ian Happ. Slowly hit ball to third. It fails to get the run in. Happ running on contact. It required a tag, but Contreras had the ball and was waiting for the feet first sliding Ian Happ. That's out number 2.
Yeah, it's play by Durbin at third. This ball is jam. It's a jam shot to Hopper to him. He comes in. It's the right play. You're never going to double up Pete Crow Armstrong. He catches his ball on the run and throws a strike to Contreras. Ian Happ out by a good 5 feet.
So first and second, 2 down, still no score. And Willie Castro, the batter. Willie hitting .234, hitting in the 5th spot on the order. Swings and fouls it back, a check swing.
I mean, here's where you really need a big 2-out hit for the Cubs to get them on the board and just kind of get them back high-fiving in that dugout like you were talking about.
The lead at second by Suzuki. Crow Armstrong away from first. And the 0-1. Swinging a smash foul off to the left out of play. 0-2. Castro hitting 5th in the order for the first time as a Cub. He's got some pop, 10 home runs. Right now, just trying to drive in the game's first run. Lights are on at Wrigley. Cloudy. But again, dry and 76. Good weather. Chad Patrick ready. Glancing back at the runner Suzuki and delivers. A drive foul to the left out of play. Game number 10 between these two rivals. Cubs have won 4. Milwaukee has taken 5 of the games. Still 3 more to go in this series after this one. And now the 0-2. In the dirt, and the runners will hold. That was almost that awkward situation where Crow Armstrong thought he might be able to move up, but you got to make sure the guy at second is moving up before you go.
Yeah, the bottom line is if you're the trail runner, you've got to almost more so keep your eye on the front guy, not the baseball. make sure you don't run him off the bag. It was actually a good block by Contreras.
Defense kind of shades Castro to hit the other way toward left. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball is high. Defensive alignment, by the way, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. 2 outs, 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Here's a big chop right side, fielded by Vaughn. He'll overhand the throw, and the throw gets away, and the bases are loaded. A low throw by Vaughn to the pitcher, Patrick, coming over to the bag. The Brewers got lucky. The ball went straight to the catcher, Contreras, and Suzuki had to hold at third. So the bases are loaded. That's probably going to be an error on the throw, I would think, from Vaughn.
Yeah, they're calling it an E3. This is one of those that you got to, you could really give it to either guy. Vaughn retreats on this ball instead of charging it. That was the first mistake. And, yeah, the throw is about ankle high. So where Vaughn makes the mistake is he throws this ball right over the top. When you catch that ball, if you can get a little 3/4, your ball can stay somewhat around the waist. When you go right over the top, you have a tendency to throw downhill, and that's exactly what he did. He threw that ball straight downhill and threw it right at the ankles of the pitcher, Patrick.
Conference on the mound. Chris Hook, the pitching coach, out to see about Chad Patrick. Patrick has made a lot of pitches in this inning. We'll get the exact number here momentarily, but he's had some deep counts.
Yeah, he's at 21 pitches right now.
That's not an inordinate number, but it's a heavy load. Owen Casey had his first big league base hit yesterday. Let's see if he can get his first big league RBIs right now. Left-handed batter. And the first pitch low and in.
This should be a good matchup for Casey. Patrick against the lefties likes to cut that pitch in on the left-handed hitter. Casey handles the ball inside very well.
Cubs looking for a clutch hit from the rookie outfielder, Owen Casey. And the 1-0. Swinging a line drive base hit into right field. 1 run is in. Pete Crow Armstrong will score. Going to third on the play is Castro. Owen Casey delivers a 2-run single, and the Cubs lead 2-0.
Now Casey gets that pitch inside, and he just turns on it, just drops the head of the bat on it. Perfect pitch. Ball inside down, right on the corner of the strike zone at the knees, and perfect swing by Case. And he drives in his first 2 big league runs. Congratulations to him.
RBIs by Cubs hitters, sponsored by Old National Bank as Dansby Swanson checks in. Dansby hits a pop fly on the infield. The third baseman, Durbin, calling and making the catch to end the inning. But the Cubs scored twice. 2 unearned runs. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. At the end of 1, Cubs 2, Milwaukee nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Being pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me.
But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section, then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Top two, Cubs leading the Brewers 2-0. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
This is the only game going on around the big leagues as Christian Yelich will lead things off against Matthew Boyd. First pitch in there for a strike, so we welcome any and all of you, wherever you might be. And maybe you're just a baseball fan and you wanted to see what was happening in Chicago at famous Wrigley Field. Cubs and Brewers, 2-0, Cubs on top. Yelich 0 for 4 in the opener, swings and misses. Yelich, the designated hitter today. Andrew Vaughn on deck, and then Isaac Collins. Here's the pitch by Boyd. Swing and a foul at the plate. He just did make contact to stay alive. In and out of the glove of McGuire. That's one thing a catcher can never practice, catching those foul tips. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away by Yelich. Or can you do any practicing?
No, I don't think so. Because who are you going to have stand in the batter's box foul tipping them to you?
That's kind of my point.
Yeah, I think you're right on.
You'd be a real specialist, though, if you could perfect that. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Yelich is out number 1. Boyd, a nice breaking ball. Mentioned Boyd pitched great ball, only to lose his last time out to Max Scherzer and Toronto 2-1. The start before that was in St. Louis. He also pitched well in that game, did not get hit hard at all, but suffered a loss. So the Cubs getting 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the first today when he's pitching. It all kind of evens out, I guess, Ron.
Yeah.
Andrew Vaughn 1 for 4 in the series opener. He's been a real offensive spark since being acquired from the White Sox. He's had a lot of big hits, including home runs and game-winning hits. Takes a changeup away, ball 3.
Well, his average is up 50 points since he left the White Sox to come to Milwaukee. You know, and he's 14 bombs now and 54 driven in.
It's outside and high, something you don't see very often, a 4-pitch walk from Matthew Boyd. And he wants a brand new ball. Cubs lead 2-0, a man at first with 1 away, and the batter, Isaac Collins.
Yeah, looked like on his changeup, the last couple he threw, something just didn't look right. I'm not quite sure what it was, but obviously the result wasn't what he was looking for. And the ball just kind of came out of his hand way up high. Not really close.
Collins will take a fastball upstairs. Collins hitting .287, 8 home runs. He's driven in 41. Brewers have several guys in his category. They're not the star players, but they're role players, and they're all doing a good job getting their key hits. .287 is a good average these days.
Yeah, you hit .287 in today's game. You know, you're about 40 points to 50 points higher than most guys in the league, or the league average.
Here comes the 1-1 to Collins. Swing and a miss. Another would be Sal Frelick, their leadoff batter, quietly hitting .296. And the guy on deck, we knew about Bryce Terang. He's been good for a few years now, but he's hitting .280 with 60 runs batted in. And these are not middle-of-the-order hitters. But that is what it takes, I think, to build up the kind of impressive record that they have. They are 34 games above 500. That's tough to beat. And the 1-2. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Cubs are 16 above, which is good. But they find themselves 9 games behind these Brewers. You never concede anything, Ron, but you start to have some reality kick in at some point and say maybe, just maybe, the wild card avenue is a more realistic approach.
Yep, I would agree to that. You know, when you start looking at what you would have to do.
Low and inside to Collins.
As far as record goes, from let's say today through the end of the season to catch Milwaukee. And, you know, we always kind of do the math on that and look at if a team plays 500 baseball, what do you have to do? Well, first of all, Milwaukee hasn't been playing 500 baseball. That's one. And if they did, you'd still have to, you know, you got to win 2-1 every game they win at least. And that's tough. That's going to be a tough one.
Change up is high. He's walked a man, Vaughn, and now 3-2 on Collins. Cubs lead 2-0 in the second inning with 1 away. And now Boyd's pitch to Collins. Instead, a throw to first. He's got a great move. He leads the big leagues with 8 pickoffs this season. And he's got a couple of different moves, I've noticed.
Yep. One, the foot stays down close. His front foot stays close to the ground. Another one, the leg comes up a little bit.
Now the pitch on the way. Pop fly, jammed him. Behind the plate, coming back is McGuire. It's on the other side of the screen. Back out of play. But getting back to the wild card for a moment, the National League wild card, right now you've got 4 teams battling for the 3 spots. Now that could change. There's still a month and a half to go. The Cubs are the wild card leader they've got a 4-game cushion, so to speak. San Diego is in second. They've got a 2.5-game cushion. Then the Mets are the 3rd wild card team. A changeup is high for ball 4. And that's something, I don't know if we've seen Boyd do that more than once or twice all year. I'm talking about walking back-to-back hitters.
Yeah, I would agree. And it's all, you know, and here comes Tommy Hotovy, which makes sense to me. It looks like it's the changeup. Boyd's having a hard time. For some reason, all of a sudden in this inning, the last 2 hitters, the change has become his issue of not finishing it and getting it going downhill. He's leaving it arm side up high. So that'll be I'm 100% sure he's trying to correct that, but that has been the issue for the 2 walks.
Big conference. The entire infield is around Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, talking with the pitcher Matthew Boyd. Getting back to the wild card race, the Cubs are the number 1 team. San Diego 2nd. The Mets hold down the 3rd wild card spot, and then just 1 game behind is Cincinnati. The Reds beat the Angels late last night to begin their West Coast journey. And do you realize, here's a good trivia question. There's 1 team in all of baseball that has not lost a single series all year. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball by Turang to first. Gloving it and stepping on the bag is Bush. And Turang is out number 2. Advancing to 3rd is Vaughn, and Collins goes to 2nd. Do you know who the only team is who has not been swept in a 3-game series all year? Or in any series for that matter?
I do not.
Cincinnati Reds.
Really? Wow.
The Cubs have only been swept once, and that was by the Dodgers over in Japan.
Yeah, very first.
Way back in March. But the Reds have played 40 series and have not been swept. 2 down. Here is Brandon Lockridge with men at 2nd and 3rd. So this is a big at-bat. Fastball strike. Tying runs in scoring position. Lockridge hitting .231. Right-handed batting outfielder. And the 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. What's on your mind, Ron?
I think for Boyd, if he had confidence in his changeup, I would say it would be time for the change after a couple high heaters. But the last couple hitters, he's had some issue with that change. you might want to go fastball inside and really crossfire that heater in and see if you can get a little jam shot ground ball.
The 0-2 fastball is high.
Yeah, up and in. He tried to go with that heater inside.
Vaughn, the runner at third. Collins at second. They've got their leads. Cubs in front, 2-0. And the 1-2 pitch to Lockridge. Check swing, no swing on a low bender. 2-2. Boyd up to 37 pitches. We're in the second innings. That's a little higher than he would like. And now the 2-2. Check swing again. No swing by Lockridge. It's 3-2.
Last pitch close. Fastball running. Two-seamer. Top of the zone. Just missed the outside corner at the top of the zone. Good call by Jordan Baker.
The number 9 hitter, Joey Ortiz, is in the on-deck circle. The crowd wants the inning to come to an end right now. And the 3-2. Line to left, down the line, curling foul. Breaking ball hit hard, but pulled foul.
The off-speed pitch by Boyd, and he left it up. It was in the strike zone. Lockridge right on it. Hammered that ball, but hooked it just foul. That was a change again. I think in this situation, I like the fastball from Boyd. See if he goes back inside one more time with that heater.
Matthew Boyd is set, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul back, and we'll do it again.
You can always tell, and that's why you got to pay such close attention when you're on the bench, when you're playing in a ball game. The pitcher sometimes will tell you what he's going to do. I mean, you can see it. Boyd is having some command issues with his changeup just in this inning. The fastball's been very good. He's been able to get in on Lockridge a couple times with his fastball in this at bat.
Boyd now taking a little extra time before he makes this 3-2 delivery again. Runners take their leads, second and third, 2 down. Cubs lead by 2, second inning. The pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. Lockridge spoiling some pretty good pitches. Cubs gave Boyd the lead with a clutch 2-out, 2-run single by Owen Casey in the first. Boyd trying to hang on to that lead for a while. Yeah, he's taking a little extra time now in between pitches. It's a long inning for him.
41 pitches now in a game for Boyd.
And the 3-2. Fouled away again.
Boyd just reared back and threw his best fastball, 95 miles an hour. Not exactly where he wanted it. It was right down the middle. Lockridge just a little underneath and fouled it straight back.
The outfield kind of bunches toward the middle of the field against Lockridge. The lines are pretty much wide open on both sides. The tall, likable left-hander, Matthew Boyd, ready. And the 3-2 on the way. Low and inside, ball 4. Tried a breaking ball and missed. 3 walks in the inning issued by Matthew Boyd.
Very uncharacteristic, and he's kind of in that at bat to Lockridge after a couple pitches, kind of scrapped the change for a little bit here and has gone to the slider as his second pitch just because of some command issues with the change. Thought he'd get the swing on the inside slider, and Lockridge took it.
Joey Ortiz, the batter. He'll take a strike. Ortiz, the number 9 hitter. He's got a little power. 7 home runs. He's driven in 43. Now Boyd is set for the 0-1. Bases loaded. The pitch, swing and a foul back. Now the fans beginning to make some noise. 38,971 were here yesterday for the series opener. Bases full of Brewers and the 0-2 pitch. A little pop fly might be playable. Right side, foul territory, caught by Bush. Michael Bush makes the catch near the first base coaching box, and Boyd gets out of it. Despite walking 3 in the inning, the Brewers walk away empty-handed. Middle of inning number 2, Cubs 2, Milwaukee nothing. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide it into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Oh, hey. Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Tuesday, September 2nd is University of Illinois Chicago night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs and UIC cap presented by New Era. Be here for it. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Reese McGuire leads off the Cubs' second inning and takes high from the right-hander Chad Patrick. Cubs on top 2-0. Deep drive to right, but he pulled it foul. It's out of play. Very hard hit ball by Reese McGuire. Matt Shaw to bat second, and then Michael Bush. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball away. Kind of a hurry-up delivery that time by Patrick. Patrick coming back 2-1. This ball is fouled away. Patrick never does extend the arms above the head during the windup. He just kind of turns the foot, faces the third base line, and then brings it. Now he's swinging a bouncing ball to first, fielded by Vaughn. Unassisted play, out number 1. Before Shaw bats, 10 for ID on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Cubs Talk with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Paul Zerang, our great engineer at the controls, along with former All-Star and Cub Ron Coomer and Zach Zaidman. Pat Hughes at Wrigley, we thank you for joining us. Zach will be along in the 5th inning. Shaw, 0 for 3 in the series opener. Hits one foul, back out of play. Game 2 tonight. 7:05 for Game 2. Veteran right-handers will be on the mound. Jamison Tyone and Brandon Woodruff. It's a good matchup. Two guys who know how to pitch.
Yeah, 2 veteran guys. Been around the league a long time.
Tomorrow night, Colin Ray against Jacob Mizorowski. Up and in to Shaw, twisting away from a fastball. And then the finale Thursday afternoon, getaway day. Shota Imanaga against Quinn Priester. And again, you as a hitter, Ron, you're going to see just about every guy on the staff in a 5-game series. Bounce slowly toward third. Going to be a tough play. Running throw is not in time. Durbin charged it, gloved it, made the running throw. You can never get as much on a throw when you're running when you make that toss. And Shaw gets the infield single.
Yeah, no chance for Durbin as Shaw, as you said, Pat, runs really well. And this little jam shot. And I'm kind of surprised Durbin didn't try to go for this ball barehanded. You know, the only shot you really have of making a play and getting it out is that barehand play. He did not do that, and because of it, Shaw beat that throw by a good step and a half.
The runner goes. Bush takes high, throw to second base. High throw. Out at second is the call. Craig Counsell holding up the hand, palm facing out as if to say, we're going to check that one on the video.
Well, I thought Shaw beat that throw. They are not going to challenge. And the throw was to the first base side of the bag. So the second baseman comes up, fields this ball, and that's the right call. That's a good call. Shaw gets tagged in the back before his hand gets to the bag.
Swinging a smash to first on the ground. Vaughn has it moving toward the line. Underhand feed to Patrick on the bag. Score that one 3-1, and the inning comes to an end. We go to inning number 3. Cubs 2, Brewers nothing on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same-game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T's and C's apply.
Tag team bits and sockets with a Bosch 18-volt 2-in-1 impact driver. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Top 3, it's the Cubs with a 2-0 lead over Milwaukee. Cloudy, 76 degrees here at Wrigley Field. Wind blowing in. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
All right, Zach, Cubs lead 2-0. A first inning 2-run single by the rookie Owen Casey is the difference so far. Sal Frelick, left-handed batting leadoff man for Milwaukee, will take a strike from Matthew Boyd. Shallow at third is Shaw. Frelick bounced out to second to begin the game. He swings and misses at one of the best breaking balls that Boyd has snapped off. 0-2. And the strike 2 delivery from Boyd. Drops down sidearm, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Pretty good movement on that one too, Ron.
Yeah, I like the drop down breaking ball. This is not quite sidearm, but it's not over the top by any means. And perfect location. This ball starts out in the zone. Frelick is on this pitch. You're on it. And the next thing you know, it's off the plate away and down. Perfect pitch by Boyd to get the punch out.
Strikeouts by Cubs brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
While we got a second here, I'd like to say a big thank you to the people from Shure. They make my earbuds.
Oh, yes.
And everything. And it's Matt Forgy and Chris Newman. And they send me product year after year. And they really don't send it to me as that pitch misses wide. They send it to Ziggy. That's the note, Ziggy. And
Paul Zarang.
Paul Zarang is, in the music industry, he's Ziggy. Not Paul or not, Paul Zarang. He's just Ziggy Man.
Swinging a foul back.
And
it's a rather unique name, Paul.
Well, he's been in the music industry as a sound guy for a lot of bands that have traveled the world. And some of those guys have come up through the years to the booth to say hi. And Ziggy Man, some of the guys come in and it's outstanding.
So Ziggy Boom.
Yeah, Ziggy Man.
Oh, Ziggy Man.
Ziggy
okay.
Man, yeah.
Now, David Bowie had Ziggy Stardust.
Some of the guys have kind of resembled that look when they've come in.
Here is a swing and a fly ball slicing in the right field corner and over. And making the catch is Casey. That was not a routine play. He is still getting used to playing at Wrigley, but I like the way he handled that play, Ron. He angled over into the deep corner and hauled it in.
Yeah, this is a very difficult play because once you catch this ball, you're 2 steps from the sidewall and you're still in fair territory. So you've got to be able to navigate all of that, and he does a very nice job as he's on the track and the sidewall by a good 2 steps.
2 down, William Contreras, the batter. And he'll take a breaking ball low and inside.
But anyway, a big thank you to the guys from Shure. And they have been working with Paulie for over 30 years. They've been working with Paul with different bands and stuff. And now they're sending me my earbuds and all the equipment that I use. And so thank you to them.
Are you certain about your feelings about that company?
Yeah, man.
I thought you were going to say, I'm sure.
Well, I left that for the Hall of Famer.
Tried to set you up for that one.
I missed the layup. That's nothing unusual, is it?
It's all right. It was a bad pass. It's down at your feet.
Yeah.
Now the 1-1 to William Contreras. If you're not crazy about a teammate, you don't really want to give him an assist, just bounce one off his foot.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
I've never done it, of course.
No.
Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a foul down the right field line. This one is going to be in the corner area. And is that ball caught by Casey? It is. Wow. I hesitated. I was not sure. Like Ron was not a minute ago.
Yeah.
Because Casey went into an area that we cannot see. We get blocked out by the sidewall, but Casey ran over and negotiated that wall very nicely. He just made 2 excellent plays in one of his first games ever in right field here at Wrigley.
Yeah.
Very impressive. No runs for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Cubs 2, Milwaukee nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Enjoy the game with Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs. Approachable, delicious, and food-friendly, Joel Gott Wines is a true all-American classic that delivers quality in every glass. Find Joel Gott Wines at your local retailer and enjoy life's everyday moments.
Everything comes down to how you finish, and the wall covering, drywall finishing, signage, glass systems, and painting contractors at finishingchicago.com always produce a hit. Chicago's top general contractors and property managers rely on Finishing Chicago's industrial and commercial contractors to provide the most well-trained, safety-focused, and reliable crews. Before starting work on your next job site, check out their website, finishingchicago.com, your free resource to find quality finishing contractors.
Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Ian Happ doubled in the first inning. He swings and misses. Even though Ian got thrown out at the plate, his double did start a 2-run rally. The runs were unearned. An error by Vaughn, the first baseman, allowed the inning to continue, and Owen Casey had a clutch 2-run single, and that's the difference in the game. Happ swings at a high fastball, strike 3, and that is a quick out, number 1. Cubs 2, Brewers nothing, bottom of the third, and the batter is Suzuki.
All reviews of this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Cubs trying to even up this series, trying to even up the season series with Milwaukee also. There is a strike. And again, these are the final meetings. This series will be the end of the regular season competition between the two teams. There is a ball low and away. And yes, the Brewers do have a 9-game lead, but they're including this one. There are 4 more games in this series. And then even after the series is over, well over 30 games to go, about 34, I guess. And a lot of things can happen in a pennant race in 34 ball games.
Yeah, there's no doubt. One bad, week for a team can flip the standings over in a hurry.
Suzuki takes outside. You learn to expect the unexpected in our great game. There is no way you can predict some of the things that happen. Swinging a foul out of play, and that applies to an individual game, situations within one game, a week, a month, and to try to predict the whole season is absolutely impossible.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah, I see that. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Like say I had something in his eye. Took a little time.
Here's the 3-2 to Suzuki, taken high, ball 4. I was reading about the Reds game against Anaheim last night. Cincinnati winning 4-1. Now, here's an oddity that I don't think I've ever seen. The Reds had 3 different innings begin with a triple.
Really?
And that led to at least 2 of their 4 runs.
Yeah.
But 3 leadoff triples for the Reds in one ball game. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. Chad Patrick's pitch outside. Tonight in Southern California, Hunter Green against a guy named Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks 6-8 for the Angels, 4.88 ERA. Now the Cubs are heading to Anaheim for a weekend series this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's the pitch to Pete. Little looper down the left field line. It's going to fall in there for a base hit over near the line. It rolls into foul territory. Runners will end up at second and third. That will make up for one of the line drives that gets caught somewhere, Ron.
Absolutely. And this is one of those things for Pete. You like to square the ball up and hit it on the barrel all the time. We all know that. I mean, that's what every hitter's trying to do. But one of the ways you can judge whether your swing is right or not, whether your timing was or not, is irrelevant. When you get jammed by a pitch and you hit the ball the other way, that means the swing is good, timing was not. And you have a chance to get some hits when your swing is good. And that's what he did. He blooped that ball over the third baseman's head down the line.
Infield in, runners at second and third, 1 away. Willie Castro batting. And the pitch to Willie, driven in the air, deep right field. It's got a chance, gone. 3-run homer, Willie Castro. Cubs lead 5-0. Boy, you talk about a big swing in the bat for the Cubs. This is it. They needed somebody to touch one good with men in scoring position or men on base and just kind of change the mojo a little bit for this Cubs group. And that's exactly what Castro did. Hits a rocket in the bleachers and right.
Willie gets his biggest single hit in a Cub uniform, his 11th home run of the year, his first as a Cub. And the Cubs have a 5-0 lead here in the third inning. And here's Owen Casey, who drove in the first two with a clutch single in the first inning. He swings and misses, 0-1. Here's a looper down the left field line. Long run. Collins makes a running catch. Collins with good speed, got a good jump, and made a running grab, 2 down. And here's Dansby Swanson. Boy, but what a big swing for Castro. He got that two-seamer, started out inside and ran over the inside corner, and he dropped the head of the bat on it. That was a bullet into the wind somewhat, into the right center field bleachers. Actually, as I look now, the flags, how about that? Flags have changed. They are now blowing towards the right field corner.
Swanson takes outside.
They are helping a ball to the right, to straight right field.
I thought it might leave the yard. I wasn't sure when he hit it. I knew he hit it pretty well. But I was surprised by how far up into the stands it did land, Ron.
I agree. It's a line drive, and it went halfway up the bleachers. I mean, it was well up the bleachers. And now I look at the flag, the American flag in center field, and it's blowing hard, or fairly hard, towards, like it's blowing out to right here in the ballpark.
Here's a pop-up off the bat of Swanson, shallow right. Routine for Frelick, and that will end the inning. But it's a prosperous inning. Cubs score 3 on the 3-run homer by Willie Castro. We go to the fourth inning. Cubs 5, Milwaukee nothing on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. All right, fans, time to stretch those legs and maybe your budget. It's the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, where buying a car is as easy as singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." No stress, no fastballs high and inside. Just friendly folks, fair prices, and a lineup full of all-star Subarus. Take the short drive north and see why there's a lot to love about Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. It's a grand slam experience every time. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Christian Yelich is on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. And guys, the out-of-town scoreboard on Cubs Radio is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. This is the only matinee in baseball at the moment. Later on tonight, Game 2 between the Brewers and Cubs. Woodruff and Tyone, the now matchup. Pat?
All right, Zach, fourth inning. Now Matthew Boyd with a sizable lead, 5-0 Cubs. Christian Yelich with a count of 0-2. That's the idea. You get the lead, you want to throw strikes. If they're going to come back, make them earn that comeback. Sinking fastball is low, 1-2.
I was looking out as Zach was reading about the out-of-town scoreboard, knowing there's no other games. And we got a doubleheader today. The guys at the scoreboard, you think they're on a cot right now sleeping?
Deep drive to right off the bat of Yelich. This ball is going to leave the yard, and it hits the video board on the fly. Yelich on the 1-2 pitch. Hits one far over the right field fence, and the Brewers are on the board. It is now a 5-1 ball game. His 26th of the year and his 87th RBI.
That's the breaking ball. They want down and away, and Wire sets up down and away, and it just starts out inside to Yelich. And by the time it gets to the hitting zone, it's the inner third, about belt high, and Yelich smoked that one off the video board.
Andrew Vaughn, the batter, and he'll take a strike. That is only the 13th home run allowed by Boyd in 146 innings this season. So about one for every 11 innings of work. Fly ball to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Casey with room on the track, makes the catch. And Ron, your reference about the wind blowing straight away to right is in evidence in this inning.
Well, the ball that Yelich hit really carried towards right field, towards that corner. And now the ball Vaughn hit carries all the way, and Casey catches it right up against the garage door in right. So ball very much so carrying to right and right center.
Cubs 5, Milwaukee 1, top of inning number 4. Curveball strike to Isaac Collins. Take a look at this date in baseball history, brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Several things have happened on this date. For one thing, Kenny Holtzman pitched a no-hitter here at Wrigley against the Braves on August 19th, 1969. Fly ball shallow right center, drifting in. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. 2 down. Ron Santo had a 3-run homer off Phil Niekro in the first inning. And the oddity here, Holtzman, imagine this, Ron. He pitched a no-hitter and had 0 strikeouts.
That is amazing.
Isn't it?
It really is. Think of that. 27 outs, everybody put the ball in play.
And apparently they did it quickly. The game time was exactly 2 hours. Santo told me the homer he hit in the first inning with 2 men on was the only one he ever hit against Phil Niekro. He said that knuckleball and I were just not good friends. He may have even used spicier language than that.
We're both friends with Ronnie. I understand.
But he was happy to hit that one in the no-hitter. A couple of plays always are vivid in my mind. Not that I was here at that time, but I've seen so many highlights. Ground ball to second, fielded by Castro, and he throws out Terang. One would be a ball hit by Henry Aaron to deep left that Billy Williams went back into the indentation of the wall and kind of hugged the wall and made a tremendous play. And then the other one was the final out of the game, a ground ball to Glenn Beckert at second base. It looked like it took a funny little hop, and it was not routine. He kind of a little shaky on the play, but he still got the job done. 1 run, 1 hit for Milwaukee. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 5, Milwaukee 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
#1?
Yes, #1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
For JD Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty. League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average, hitting .333. Cal Raleigh, the home run king, 47. Kyle Schwarber leads the league in RBIs with 103. And Pat, we've got to play the Vinnie's Beverage Depot attendance game before they actually announce the attendance.
Right you are, Zach. Do you want to go ahead and start?
Perfect. Go ahead, Z.
Reese McGuire bounces one to first, fielded by Vaughn. Underhand feed to the pitcher on the bag, and that's out number one.
I'm going to go 37,000 on the dot.
Now, there are some no-shows here today. I'm pretty sure this game would have been sold out had there not been a rain out.
Yeah,
or close to it.
Yeah, we were going to have a packed house last night. So you got 37,000. You want to go or do you want me to go?
I'll say 38,183. 38,183. One away, bottom of the fourth inning. Cubs on top 5-1. Matt Shaw takes a strike.
I will say 36,500. Ziggy Man.
The maestro has given me an index card that says 38,222. So that's the guess from the Ziggy Man.
Fly ball to right, slicing toward foul territory. Over to take a look is Frelick, but it bounces out of play. Hit the side wall concrete area and bounced up into the crowd.
Paul's guess was what's he?
38,222.
All right. See, now Paul worked with both Marley groups, right? The dad and the son through the years. Just the son, okay. And traveled all over the world with Ziggy Marley.
Did you ever work for or with the great Bob Marley?
No, he did not. Just the son, he said, yeah.
Bob passed away at a way too young age, 36 or something, 38.
I love that music, though. Reggae music.
I've got a CD of the greatest hits somewhere in the house. Here's a foul down the left field line.
I know it's on my phone. I know that.
I like Waiting in Vain by Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 3 years since I've been knocking on your door. And I still can knock some more.
Yeah.
There is a swing and a foul off to the right out of play.
We can get a little beat going in here. And Ziggy Man can get you going. He's sound man extraordinaire.
I'm a little occupied at the
moment. I understand. Let's save that for in between games. We can have our own little gig going on here in the booth.
We have some unusual conversations pregame and during commercial breaks, to say the least. There's the pitch down low for a ball.
Oh, you're not lying there. I know that.
Now, when somebody gets angry in any game or in any life event, you're going to say some words, but some words are euphemisms for words that are kind of naughty.
Yeah, okay.
And we came up with one. In fact, was it you earlier today that was reminded of the saying of dag nabbit? And I thought, I haven't heard that in a long time. It may have gone all the way back to the days of watching the real McCoys, when the character played by Walter Brennan would get mad at the farmhand who I believe was named Pepina.
Really?
And he would say, "Dag nabbit, Pepina."
What was
I always
that?
felt kind of sorry for Pepina. You heard it.
Yeah.
Pepina really did nothing wrong. He just minding his own business. Here is a foul down the right field line. And who came up with the dag nabbit reminder? Was that you, Ron?
I think it was Z.
Or was
actually. No, Zach, right?
No, way before my time.
Yeah, but I mean today,
Careful.
how did this bizarre conversation get started? That's what we were trying to figure out.
One hopper to first, fielded by Vaughn. And that will end the inning. Dag nabbit. We go to the fifth inning. It'll be Zach Zaveman joining Ron Coomer in a moment. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Ron Coomer. The pennant race is on, and just like your team is pushing for the postseason, it's time to step up your outdoor living game with TimberTech, the #1 premium decking brand. TimberTech looks like real wood, but without the never-ending maintenance. It won't rot, warp, or splinter, and the industry-leading warranties, your deck will keep looking great season after season. Build a space worthy for October baseball. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Matthew Boyd winds and deals, and his first pitch to Brandon Lockridge is over for a strike, a slow-moving breaking ball, 0-1 the count. We're in the top of the fifth, game one of a doubleheader. Cubs leading the Brewers 5-1. The next pitch by Boyd is hit high in the air, deep right center field. Racing back, Casey. He looks up, it bangs off the wall. On his way to second base with a stand-up double, Lockridge to begin the fifth.
This ball's well struck, and we've talked about the wind blowing out to right center. And Lockridge gets his fastball up and away and gets on top of it enough to drive it. And literally, I think it hits the ivy just inches above the 368 mark in right center field. Casey makes the play off the wall, so it'll be a leadoff double for Lockridge.
So here is Joey Ortiz, the number 9 hitter. No one out here in the top of the fifth. Cubs 5, Brewers 1. Lockridge, good speed at second base. Boyd works his motion, and Ortiz out in front swings and misses at a changeup, 0-1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Boyd works on the third base side of the rubber. The left-hander sets up high, looks at second. That's where Lockridge is. Now the pitch. Ortiz hits a high fly ball to right, drifting back, angling toward the line. Casey makes the catch, tagging, moving to third is Lockridge, one away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Now, good pitch by Boyd and good swing by Ortiz. He moves the runner along, and if you're not going to get a hit, he tried to have a productive at bat, and he did. Perfect pitch by Boyd. He hit the target. See if he can pitch out and not give up a run here.
Now the batter, the leadoff man, Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 2. Left-handed batter against the left-hander, Boyd. Shaw playing in wide of third, with Lockridge at third base. The pitch. Frelick lines one in a right center field. This will drop in for a base hit. Lockridge scores. Ball cut off by Crow Armstrong. Quickly gets it back to the infield. So Hole Frelick to an RBI single. It's now 5-2 Cubs in the fifth.
Frelick gets a pitch he can handle. This little breaking ball, and it stays up and out over the plate. Frelick does not pull off this ball at all and just hammers it in center field. Good play by Pete. This ball was hit harder, I think, than Pete thought. Had to kind of trek back just a little bit to cut this ball off, but does so.
Caleb Durbin digs in, right-handed batter. The pitch. He swings, pops it up. Foul territory off to the right. Bush giving chase near the dugout, but this one is in the stands for a foul ball, 0-1.
RBIs by Cubs hitters, and today the Cubs up 5-2 right now. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Yeah, Owen Casey with a 2-run single in the first. Willie Castro, a 3-run home run in the third. 5-2 Cubs over the Brewers here in the fifth with one down and a man at first. Boyd a long set. And now a throw to first, getting back standing up is Frelick, who has excellent speed. 18 stolen bases on the year for Frelick. Wind blowing from left to right at the moment here at the friendly confines. A cloudy day at Wrigley Field. Temperature in the mid-70s. Boyd deals. Durbin swings. Fly ball, shallow right center. Crow Armstrong's there. Makes the catch. 2 away.
Good pitch by Boyd in on the hands of Durbin and could not get extended. It's routine fly ball to center. Nice pitch to get second out of the inning. Fourth inning was sponsored by Wintrust, some of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Remember FDIC, EHL lender.
So 2 away, a man at first. The batter, the number 3 hitter for Milwaukee, William Contreras. 0 for 2 today. Right-handed batter, upright stance, very little bend at the knees. The pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball near the top of the zone along the inside edge, 0-1. Cubs 5, Brewers 2. It's game 2 of this 5-game set. And now a throw to first, getting back standing up, Frelick.
All opponents' pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
Frelick has the Steelers lead at first. 0-1 the count on Contreras. The pitch is pulled on the ground past a diving Swanson in the left field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Contreras. Frelick stops at second. 2 on, 2 out for the Brewers here in the top of the fifth, and that'll bring up the cleanup man, Christian Yelich, who homered his last time up.
Excellent effort by Dansby. It's short. This ball's smoked on one hop, hits the middle of the dirt in the infield, and Dansby going towards the hole, lays out full Superman dive and reaches and just misses getting to this ball as it goes into left field. First hit of the ball game for Contreras, and now Cubs with a 3-run lead, but 2 men on, 2 outs. Yelich in his last at bat hit one off the video board and right.
Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy on the mound to have a conversation with Boyd, catcher Reese McGuire, and the rest of the Cubs infield. And now the mound meeting is being broken up by Jordan Baker. He's the tallest umpire in the majors, and man, when he gets to the top of the mound, you notice.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I think he's 6'7", 6'8". Yeah, he's got power forward written all over him.
So here is Yelich. Always dangerous. Lefty-lefty matchup. Yelich, after that home run his last time up, has 26 on the year, hitting a .266, knocked in 87 runs. 2 on, 2 out, 5-2 Cubs. Here in the fifth, Boyd delivers. Yelich looks at a ball up high, 1-0.
Yelich in his last at bat, the home run he hit was an 0-2 hanging breaking ball inside.
Boyd looks at second. That's where Frelick is, and deals. Yelich lines one off the netting, foul off to the left. Another fastball from Boyd, 1-1.
Yeah, and after Yelich hit the home run off the hook, he's gone right after him, attacking with his good fastball. Boyd has a good one, too. He's in the mid-90s with good movement on his heater.
Boyd's ready. 1-1 the count. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another fastball from Boyd. 1-2.
After elevating a bunch of fastballs, that one was down. And a good pitch. Yelich swung over the top of it.
Crowd trying to help Boyd out of the jam. Here comes the 1-2. A bouncing ball foul off to the right by Yelich. As Boyd went with a slider. Almost the same location of the fastball, right?
It's kind of an odd pitch. They said slider, but they set up inside. You want an inside slider, like front door slider. I don't know if that's quite right. That's got danger written all over it.
For 196 years. Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, PG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Is your chimney clean? Gas fireplace service? Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Sliding into second, smart play. Sliding through a red light, not so much. With Atturo tires, get the grip and stopping power you need when it matters most. Stay in control, stay safe. Visit Atturo.com today.
Uh-oh, you spot a work zone up ahead. You're already running late. Hey, is that extra minute really worth risking your safety? Decision time. Will you push your luck and speed through? Or you mind the signs, avoid the fines? Yeah, that's what I thought. Slow down and pass through cautiously. Hard hats off to you, sir. Level pass. While the next work zone is loading, head to itsnotagameillinois.com/arcade to play.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. Last of the fifth here at Wrigley Field, game one of a doubleheader. Cubs leading the Brewers 5-2. Wednesday, September 3rd is Girls Night Out Night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive an exclusive Alice and Wonder Cubs tote bag. Be here for it. Ian Happ digs in to begin the Cubs half of the fifth inning. Switch hitter batting from the left side against right-hander Chad Patrick, who works his motion and deals, and Happ looks at the ball outside, 1-0. Ian is 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Patrick from Hebron, Indiana, deals, and that pitch is in the dirt. 2-0 the count now with Happ at the plate. Owen Casey, a 2-run single in the first. His first 2 ribbies as a big leaguer. Willie Castro, a 3-run shot in the third. His first home run in a Cubs uniform. Patrick faces home plate. Now the right-hander whirls and deals. Up high. No, that's a called strike right at the top of the zone. 2-1, a changeup. Wind blowing from left to right. Patrick delivers. Happ fouls it back, 2-2. Cutter from Patrick. Seiya Suzuki on deck to be followed by Pete Crow Armstrong, the meat of the Cubs order. And the 2-2 delivery. Happ pops it up over our heads, hitting the roof. Foul ball. 2-2. Kyle Tucker getting the day off. He's been scuffling at the plate. It's no secret. The 2-2. Call strike 3. A slider that spins into the zone on the inside edge. Happ's retired, 1 away.
Right up to the top of the zone to Ian. He gave up on it, and it clips the strike zone. Seiya coming up. He's walked twice and scored twice.
Powerful right-handed batter against the right-hander Patrick, who works on the first base side of the rubber as he faces home plate. High leg kick and pitch. And Seiya looks at a ball up high. A slider that missed, 1-0. Seiya on the year hitting at 250. He's got 27 home runs, 86 RBIs. Now the pitch. That's a called strike. Bottom of the zone on the outside edge. Cutter from Patrick, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery is low and outside, so 2-1 the count with Seiya at the plate. In the nightcap, Cubs will have Jamison Tyone on the mound, make his return from that calf strain. Hasn't pitched since late June. The pitch. Bouncing ball foul off to the left. 2-2 on Seiya.
And that's good to see J-Mo just around the ballpark, too. Just here, I think he is one of those guys that is a settling force, leader type guy with this Cubs ball club. And, you know, they need him to be pitching well here as this season goes down the wire.
Seiya swings and misses at a slider at the top of the zone. Strike 3, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Back-to-back Ks, Happ and Suzuki. And Pete Crow Armstrong will dig in.
Yeah, Cubs got a few of those guys on this ball club, but Jamison Tyone, one of the leaders for sure. You know, and when you have your leaders and you know, you want them to be healthy, you want them performing, they just make such a big impact on the rest of the group. Yeah, and so it'll be nice to see him back on the mound here at Wrigley Field.
Pete Crow Armstrong looks at a ball high and outside, 1-0, 2 down, the last of the 5th. Cubs 5, Brewers 2. The next pitch is a swing and miss, 1-1. And Tyone, just one of those guys you can rely on when he's been right. Patrick deals. Crow Armstrong swings, and it's a pop fly. Shallow left along the line, slicing foul out of play. 1-2.
Pete a little frustrated. He was tardy on that last pitch, but you can get hits being late. It's very difficult when you're out in front of everything to do anything. You know, there's that fine, you know, thing, trying to find a happy middle ground.
A one-hopper snared by the pitcher, Patrick. Underhand toss to first for out number 3.
And even though he hit a ground ball, that's a bullet right back through the middle. So Pete is finding that good, happy medium. He's going to start heating up if he stays where he's at.
Boom, after 5, it's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers 2. That takes you the rest of the way. On the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 on the Score.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-748-5713. 800-748-5713. 800-748-5713.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, next generation of light beer. And Cubs have put a ball in flight, and they're up 5-2 here in this top of the sixth inning, partner.
Willie Castro, a 3-run homer in the third. That's the game's big blow. Cubs on top 5-2. Andrew Vaughn leads off for Milwaukee against the Cubs starter, Matthew Boyd. Fastball outside 2-0. Vaughn has walked and flied to right. And the 2-0 hit to left center in the gap. That's going to be an extra base knock. It's off the fence. It sticks in the vines for a ground rule double for Vaughn. Just to the left of the 368 sign, that line drive hit the wall on the fly and just vanished.
Well, and just watching Vaughn swing, you make a mistake against him at all, and he's just barreling the ball up over and over. Yesterday, today, that's a changeup, maybe half a baseball in from the outside corner, but about mid-thigh, and he just hits a bolt off the right center field wall.
It's a leadoff double. The Cub lead is 5-2, sixth inning. Isaac Collins batting, and he pokes it foul back to the screen. Whenever you've got a doubleheader, and the Cubs and Brewers are playing a twin bill today, a so-called split doubleheader, but I think it still applies as if it was 2 consecutive games. You really need your starter in game one to work as deep as possible. For obvious reasons, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. If your starter gets yanked out in, say, the second or third, it's going to be a long day and night for your bullpen.
Yeah, somebody, and then if you don't have another guy do well, he's going to wear it, and he's going to end up staying in there, and you just got to call uncle on the game, and he's just got to stay in and pitch. Yeah, you really need in this situation, because another off day is not till the following week. You need the starters to really go deep in the game.
Collins swings and misses. Boyd with a high fastball gets him to swing and miss. One away, sixth inning. Cubs lead 5-2. The batter is Bryce Terang.
My good high two-seam fastball. That's the pitch we were talking about earlier today. That ball up and out over the plate. Throw it right past Collins.
Now lefty against lefty as Terang faces Boyd. First pitch down low, dug out skillfully by McGuire. Shallow at third is Shaw. Bush also kind of shallow over at first. Terang does lay down bunts.
Boyd asked for a new ball, threw it in, and fired it in off the backstop wall by third. He didn't like that ball.
Short lead at second by Vaughn. Boyd glances back at him and delivers. This ball is belted into center field. It's a base hit. Vaughn is going to score, and now it's a 5-3 ball game. Bryce Terang, sharp ground ball between the second baseman Castro and the second base bag. Terang gets his 61st run batted in. That's quite a few, Ron, for a guy that doesn't hit a ton of home runs.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they just, what you're seeing is good situational hitting by the Brewers in this game so far. Until this inning, then Collins strikes out with a man at second and nobody out. But what happens when you're going really good? The next guy gets a base hit and drives in the run, and it eliminates the lack of situational hitting because you drive in the run. And when you've won 14 games in a row, those are the things that happen night after night after night.
Craig Counsell to the mound. This might be the end of the outing for Matthew Boyd. And the teammates come around and congratulate Matt. He's done for the day. It's his game to win. I know he wanted to pitch deeper into the game as he goes 5 1/3. And we'll see if the bullpen can hang on to the lead so that Boyd can earn victory number 12 for him this season. Pitching changes. Those are always brought to you by, or at least Cubs pitching changes, brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Cubs lead 5-3. We'll be right back with more after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain. You can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Top 6, it's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers 3. As we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
A reminder, the first out of the inning brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Pat?
Right-hander Brad Keller is the new pitcher for the Cubs. Big, strong, hard-throwing right-hander. He inherits a runner at first. That's Bryce Terang. With one away and a run in here in the 6th inning, and the Cubs leading 5-3. Blake Perkins at the plate. He'll take a strike. Cubs in their home white uniforms in this first half of the split doubleheader. White shirts and trousers, blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and numbers, sleeves and socks. Now the 0-1 from Keller. Perkins takes inside. Brewers have their traveling unis, the navy blue shirts with gray trousers, gold numbers on their backs, gold sleeves and socks. The next pitch, just a little bit low for ball 2.
Close pitch, was low.
Terang, a short lead at first, not going. The pitch in there for a call, strike 2.
Hey, this has been one of those games. Jordan Baker barking back at the Brewer dugout. He has done a very good job. I was just going to say, he's done a very good job today. He has not missed many pitches at all, and they had a lot of close ones.
And the 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Perkins pinch hitting for Lockridge, strikes out. Undoubtedly, he'll stay in the game to play defensively in center in the bottom of the inning. But now there are 2 down, and the batter, Joey Ortiz. Uniform descriptions we gave you, brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Ortiz takes inside near the knuckles.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers after that last good fastball down and away to get the punch out.
Windy and cloudy, but pleasant, 76 degrees. The pitch. Ortiz takes outside. You don't want to walk this guy. You got the top of the order to follow. Ortiz, a .233 hitter. The guy on deck, Frelick, is hitting .296. Way outside, ball 3. 3-0. The big blow, a 3-run home run by Willie Castro of the Cubs. That came in the 3rd inning. Another hefty home run. And a fastball is inside for ball 4. That's the last thing he wanted to do.
I tried to make a little adjustment after pulling the pitch before that across the zone. Then that one, he tried to make the adjustment and stay through it a little better, and it just ran off the plate just inside.
But the hefty home runs Brought to you by the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs, Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. Sal Frelick, a left-handed batter, takes the strike. You'd almost expect a leadoff man after a 4-pitch walk to be taking the first pitch. Keller ready for the 0-1. He brings it. Lifted to left, slicing toward foul territory. Happ over to take a look. It is out of play, foul. A foul ball called by the third base umpire, Brock Ballou. The runner ended up at second base, but it was called a foul ball, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was called a foul ball. They're still looking at it in the Milwaukee dugout, and Pat Murphy says no, foul ball, but the runners were going. You know, with 2 outs, they're going, and there's not much room down that line, and it just hits foul. That couldn't have hit foul by more than a couple inches at the most. Cubs catch a break. Yeah, that ball literally hits just foul.
So still 2 men on, 2 down, runners at first and second. Cubs leading 5-3. Ooh. Frelick just missing an extra base knock. Now it's 0-2 on the left-handed batter. Keller ready, and he fires a foul off to the left out of play. Again, if we hesitate on some drives into the corner, it's because we simply cannot see where it lands. We are blocked out by the side wall, and we're kind of at the mercy of the umpire.
You know, the way Happ went after that, too, I thought that might have been fair, right? I mean, he took off running after the ball. That's how close it was to being fair.
Frelick, the batter, he ended up at second base as if he thought he had a double. Now the 1-2 from Keller. Line drive to right. That's a base hit. Rounding third, heading home is Terang. He's going to try to score, and he does. And down to second goes Frelick on the throw home. Casey made a good throw all the way on the fly, but Terang runs very well and scored with a head-first dive slide at the plate. Play not really that close.
Yeah, this little slider right in the middle of the plate, but right at the knees at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, and as you said, Frelick, you know, you didn't want to walk Ortiz to get to Frelick, hitting just under 300. It's a one-hopper right to Casey and right. But, you know, the one thing you got to say about this Brewers club, with a lot of other things they do well, they're very athletic. They run well. And that's the case there to score that run.
It is now a one-run ball game. Runners end up at second and third. Casey, again, tried to throw all the way to the plate, and the runners took the extra base as a result. It's always a temptation for an outfielder to try to cut down the lead runner, but when you do and you don't succeed, invariably the other base runners will take an extra 90. And now second and third, 2 down, Caleb Durbin, the batter, and he'll take down low.
Well, and part of that play, too, that's tough, is Casey's going to take a shot at the plate. But with the left-handed hitter up, the first baseman is playing deep at first. So for him to get way down here in the infield to help, you know, with the cutoff, it's difficult.
Chopper foul run, it's 1-1.
So you know what I mean? So he ends up being at the, you know, in the infield grass, but not down deep, closer towards home. So the cutoff, you know, the ball just goes over his head, and then the base runners get to move up 90 feet.
1-1 to Durbin, swung on and missed. Big spot. The Cubs led this game 5-0 at one time. It is now 5-4, and we're only in the 6th inning, so a lot of ball left. Keller ahead of Durbin, 1-2. Frelick picking up his 48th run batted in. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Keller strikes out Durbin. But the Brewers get very close, scoring twice. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. Cubs 5, Milwaukee 4. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with the Spiegel and Holmes Show, 2 to 6 on The Score.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
At Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, we make home service easy. We guarantee same-day service and installation with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. Family-owned for 53 years, Four Seasons has over 30,000 five-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. For all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs, for all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Willie Castro is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Blake Perkins stays in the game in center field. Perkins as a pinch batter in the top of the frame. So he stays in. Shelby Miller, the well-traveled right-hander, facing Willie Castro. Fastball swung on and missed. Miller pitching for his 10th different big league team. He was with Arizona earlier this year. Here's a swing and a foul back. Miller has done all right. 41 games, a 2.48 ERA. If you can still pitch to a 2.48, you're going to still find some work in the big leagues. But he has been with so many different franchises. Let's see if Castro can get a Cubs rally started as he takes high. Zach was nice enough to look up the teams that Miller has pitched for. Started with St. Louis, Atlanta, Arizona, Texas. Swing and a miss, strike 3, threw it right by him. Castro is out number 1. He pitched for the Cubs briefly, then the Pirates, the Giants, the Dodgers, Detroit, Arizona again, and now Milwaukee. Quite a journey he's had. Here's Owen Casey. Swing and a miss.
When he's done playing and he starts putting jerseys up on the house, in the downstairs, your little rec room, he's going to need a big rec room to get all them jerseys up.
You've saved all of yours, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I bought a bar and restaurant just to put them up.
Just because you needed the space?
Needed the space, yeah.
He might need to buy an airport.
Exactly.
Casey waiting for the 1-1. Driven in the air, deep left center. It's got a chance. Gone! Owen Casey with his first big league home run. And the Cubs now lead 6-4. A line smash over the 368 sign in left center. And the crowd gives him a standing ovation.
Now, big game for Casey. Got the big 2-run hit early in the ball game. And now he gets this running fastball away, and it's just a line drive. Just a bullet right over the 368 marker in left center field. An absolute rocket for his first big league home run. Congratulations to Owen Casey.
And it's a momentum changer as Swanson swings and fouls it. Dansby fouled it right off his foot. He's hopping around in a little bit of pain. So Casey, a very eventful few days. Had his first big league hit yesterday. Drove in his first runs earlier today. And now has his first home run in this sixth inning. He's driven in 3 runs for the day. Having a big ball game. But from a team standpoint, that is a big blow for the Cubs. It opens their lead back up, gives them some breathing room. Swanson now will swing and miss. Cubs trying to knock off the Brewers. Trying to pick up a game in the standings. Another game tonight. Tomorrow night. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dansby chasing a high, hard one. Miller can still get it up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's why he's still in the league. He's had his ups and downs with some health issues, but, when he's healthy, his arm, there's nothing wrong with his arm. He's got a very good fastball still.
Another hefty home run, the one by Owen Casey. Hefty is the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Reese McGuire takes outside. Left-handed batting catcher twice has bounced out to the right side. McGuire takes down low. Again, if the Cubs win, they will be even in the season series with the Brewers. 5 wins apiece. Swing and a miss.
Good swing by McGuire on that high gas. 96 miles an hour at the top of the zone.
Most of the activity, in fact, all of the other activity in the big leagues later on tonight, which is often the case on a Tuesday. 2-1 pitch, loop foul off to the left out of play. In fact, as I think about it, I'm not sure if any other team plays regular Tuesday afternoon games other than the Cubs.
No.
Now the 2-2 changeup is low and away. Interesting matchup later on. Veteran right-handers, guys who know what they're doing. Jamison Tyone against Brandon Woodruff. And that'll start at 7:05.
Zach and I were talking about Tyone in the 5th inning, how good it's going to be to get him back on the mound pitching for the Cubs again.
One of the team leaders. McGuire swings and misses. Miller has an up and down inning. He strikes out the side, but in the middle of it, Owen Casey took him deep for his first big league home run. We go to inning number 7. It's the Cubs 6 and the Brewers 4. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. This super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
You're cruising the city when an NPC enters the crosswalk. What's the move? Floor it and beat him. Or stop and let him cross. Smooth stop. Can you keep making the right call? Head to itsnotagameinllinois.com to play the retro arcade.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Joel Got Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Got is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple, whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home. Look for Joel Got Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Got Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Car accident? Call DNW right now. Slip and fall? Call DNW right now. Any accident at all? Call DNW Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
We're coming to you live all season long for the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Huh?
Let's see if the Cubs bullpen can rise to this challenge and hang on to this 6-4 lead. 7th inning. William Contreras takes a strike from Keller. Now a swing and a miss. That's the idea. You lead by 2, you throw strikes, Ron.
Yeah, you just start pumping strikes in there, especially early in the count. Try to get ahead.
The 0-2 is away.
Yeah, just one of those things. Cubs with 2-run lead now.
Outfield straight away against William Contreras. He takes outside. First out's going to be brought to you by Xfinity, where the Wi-Fi is booming. Wind not blowing as hard to right as it was earlier. Fastball missing, 3-2.
That one just down. RBIs by Cubs hitters. Sorry, Pat. That's sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Inside, he walked in. Caleb Thielbar warming in the bullpen, and he's going to get the call from Craig Counsell. So walk after Keller was ahead 0-2. He walks Contreras to lead off the 7th inning. Pitching changes for the Cubs. Those are always brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Cubs on top 6-4. We'll be right back after this on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for great Cubs guests middays 10 a.m. to 2. It's Rahimi and Harris on 670 The Score.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Guys, a reminder, the Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Cubs come in with the 6th best record in all of Major League Baseball, and they're the top wildcard team in the National League. No other games this afternoon. Cubs play game 2 of this doubleheader tonight. First pitch at 7:05. Tyone and Woodruff, the mound matchup. Pat?
All right, Zach. Caleb Thielbar, who quietly has been one of the most effective left-handed bullpen men in all of baseball this season. Thielbar, 52 games, ERA 2.23. But beyond that, only 3 homers allowed in 44 innings of work. And right now, you got to try to keep it in the park against Christian Yelich, who takes a strike. Yelich, the tying run. Brewers have scored in 3 straight innings. Contreras leads at first. Pitch to Yelich, a swing and a miss. Ron, what's on your mind on 0-2?
I would not throw him a breaking ball. I think Yelich is a guy that can sit on the hook and do damage with it. This would be a fastball away or a fastball in, but not a hook.
The 0-2 fastball just missing. Just missed the outside edge.
Great pitch. Jordan Baker made the right call. Ball about one baseball off the plate away.
Now the 1-2 instead of toss to first. Dan Merzell calling balls and strikes. It's a good crew. Jordan Baker at first. Dan Bellino, the crew chief, at second. Brock Ballou at third. Now the 1-2 to Yelich from Thielbar. And it's outside for a ball. 2-2 on Yelich. And the pitch by Thielbar. Strike three call. Yelich never took the bat off his shoulder. After the count went to 0-2, I thought he'd be much more aggressive, Ron, but he is looking at a knee-high fastball.
Yeah, this pitch right at the bottom of the zone, borderline pitch. Yelich thought it was down, and Baker calls it strike three.
One away in the inning. Cubs lead 6-4. Andrew Vaughn takes outside. One ball and no strikes. Vaughn has walked, flied out, and doubled. And he takes a strike. Short lead at first by Contreras. Jordan Baker, we understand, is the home plate umpire today.
I think this crew got shuffled a little bit with the doubleheader and that. I'm not quite sure why, but they did.
Now the 1-1 from Thielbar off the inside corner, a little bit low and inside, 2-1.
Because Sherwater should have been around towards third, I believe, and now he's at first. So we'll see what they do in this next ball game. But the crew kind of got shuffled a little.
Next pitch in there for a strike, 2-2.
I think the doubleheader has, all these games in so many days has something to do with it.
Sure.
Great hook by Thielbar in that last pitch.
Now the set for the 2-2. It's on the way. Vaughn hits a fly ball to right, slicing toward foul territory. Over to take a look. Casey, it's out of play, foul. Vaughn uses the opposite field quite frequently, we've noticed. Today he has flied to the warning track in right. Doubled his last time up. Cubs lead 6-4, seventh inning, one away and a man at first. Thielbar delivers. Curveball low and in. Castro, the second baseman, way over near the bag. They're playing Vaughn to pull. There is a huge hole on the right side of the infield. And now the 3-2. Swing and a foul at the plate. Almost got him in and out of the mitt of McGuire, the catcher.
Thielbar took something off that last curveball, threw him the slow hook. And, Vaughn just stays back enough to get a little piece of it to foul it off.
Short lead by Contreras. The pitch. Grounded to short. Swanson to Castro. There's one. Over to first. There's two. A double play. 6-4-3. Inning-ending twin killing. Time for the seventh inning stretch.
Guest conductor for Take Me Out to
Lisa
the Ball
Bluter,
Game.
former University of Iowa women's basketball head coach. Lisa, take it away.
All right, Chicago,
And Iowa Hawkeye fans, let me hear you loud and proud. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3, stretch her out at the old ball game. Let's win, Cubbies!
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com, and go Cubs, go!
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes reporting, Zach Zaidman working alongside, Paul Zarang, our great engineer at the controls. Matt Shaw will lead off the Cubs' 7th inning and hit a high fly ball deep left center. This ball's got a chance. It is going to be caught at the left center field fence by Perkins. I thought it was going to leave the yard.
Boy, this ball gets caught right up against the 368 mark in left center field. They go right into the ivy. And Perkins, this ball has to miss the basket by less than a foot, the top of the basket. And Perkins pulls it in.
He made a backhand catch, colliding with both his teammate Collins and with the wall. Fine play by Perkins. One away. Here's a swing and a smash. Base hit to left. Off the glove of Durbin. It's a single for Bush. That ball just ate up the third baseman. Tobias Myers is the new pitcher. He hasn't fooled either of the first two batters.
That's the third ball today. Michael Bush has hit right on the button.
And finally, Ron able to cash in.
Yeah.
Cubs on top 6-4, 7th inning.
Double plays turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. And was that a big double play to end that 7th?
Whenever you're facing a team this hot and you get to about this time of the game, you feel like you just might need an extra run or 2 or 4. Hap takes outside. Do you feel that way?
Or 4, yeah. I like the or 4. Yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
I mean, they've been coming from behind. They've been pulling out miraculous wins, talking about Milwaukee. You want to try to make that job as tough as possible for them. Hap pops it up. Shallow left center. Ortiz, the shortstop, with an easy play. And that's out number 2. Bush holding it first. And the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Opponent's pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs. Leader in smart water, commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
You have to name a hardest working player of the game. There have been several, but Matthew Boyd is the first one that comes to mind.
There you go.
Seiya Suzuki takes a strike. Matthew worked the first 5 1/3. It's his game to win. And he deserves to win.
Yeah, he really does. Yep. He has been the anchor for the Cubs for a long time. Cubs need to get him a W.
Suzuki has walked twice and struck out.
Designated hitter, Suzuki DHing, sponsored by Fireplace Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later. Skip the rush.
The 1-1, a bouncer to third. Fair, fielded by the third baseman Durbin. He throws to second. There's the force. That's the inning. 5-4 on the inning-ending fielder's choice ground ball. We go to inning number 8. Cubs 6, Milwaukee 4. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Haircuts were just $5.99 for a limited time. That's right. For kids 10 and under, haircuts are just $5.99. And money's not all you'll save at Great Clips. When you use online check-in, you'll save time, too. Download the Great Clips app or visit greatclips.com to check in online. All haircuts for kids 10 and under, just $5.99. For a limited time, no coupon needed. August 4th through the 21st at participating Chicagoland salons. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Chicago, if your commercial business needs a new roof or you have persistent leaks, call a local 11 roofing and waterproofing contractor whose service technicians have all gone through a 5-year apprenticeship training program. Knock the ball out of the park. Visit us at chicago-roofingcontractors.org.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki, and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retail partner near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Over Players Weekend, players bring their stories to life through personalized bats, cleats, and more. You can bring a piece of the action home by entering the Players Weekend sweepstakes for a chance to win a one-of-a-kind replica bat from the weekend. No purchase necessary. Visit MLB.com/Players Weekend sweepstakes for full details. Pat?
Drew Pomeranz is the new Cub pitcher. Another left-hander who has done a superb job out of the bullpen. His ERA, 1.78. Every good team needs some bullpen guys who have been that dominant. That's how you win games.
Yeah. Yeah, guys stepping up and just doing the job all year long.
Collins at check swing. That's going to be strike 3. A curveball out toward the outside corner. The right-handed batter took a half swing, but it's going to cost him a full strike, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, McGuire knew it. This is way around. Collins wasn't quite sure, but definitely strike 3. Great backdoor hook by Pomeranz.
One away, Bryce Terang, the batter. Terang will take a strike. The attendance for game 1, 33,103. It looks like our engineer, Paul Zarang. Actually, it is Ron Coomer. My mistake. Ron Coomer is the winner.
Not Ziggy Man. No.
1 ball and 1 strike on Terang. And the next offering, hit in the air, foul off to the left, out of play. Now, you act like this is a commonly known nickname that Paul Zarang has. Ziggy Man.
Well, it's one of those things that kind of came about here recently that I had no idea. And next thing you know, everybody in the music business knew this. They had some guys in here the other day, and they kept dropping a Ziggy Man. And I'm like, okay. And I started asking questions. They didn't even know his name was Paul. He's Ziggy around the world, and in our booth, he's Paul Zarang. I didn't know.
Now the 2-2 to Bryce Terang. A little bouncer to third. Slowly charging. Shaw, gloves, throws, gets him. Good play by Matt Shaw. 2 down here in the 8th inning. All of a sudden, Ron, just in the last inning or so, this feels like more important than just one ball game.
Yeah, I would agree. Absolutely. I think you got to take steps forward, right? The Cubs have had a rough go here as of lately, and you need to take some steps forward. And who better to take a step forward than the team you're chasing, Milwaukee? I really thought after game 1 of this series, this is a big game, and the Cubs are playing a very good ball game.
Not only that, but also the wild card is becoming more of a realistic option for the Cubs' avenue to the postseason, just to be very honest about it.
Right.
Cubs were 9 games out of the division lead, but leading in the wild card. So that right now would be the more likely way for them to get in. Swing and a miss by Blake Perkins. That's not to say they can't overcome a 9-game deficit with 36 or 37 games to play. It could happen. Just not as likely. Now the 1-2 from Pomeranz. A little bit low.
Well, and the one thing that we know through the years since this wild card has been put into play, the wild card is by no means a way to say you're really not much of a chance. There's been a lot of teams win the World Series that were wild card teams.
This pitch is outside. And, Ron, I would like to add, I just looked up some postseason format information. No longer is there that one wild card game, and if you lose, you're done, which happened to the Cubs in 2018. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll get back to this in a minute. The Brewers do not score. Excellent job by Drew Pomeranz in the 8th inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom half. Cubs 6, Milwaukee 4. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Stop searching for plumbers near me and call Plumbers 911 to get connected with licensed plumbers that best match your plumbing needs. Whether it's a burst pipe, prevention, installation, or repair, they do it right the first time. Call 1-833-PLUM-911 or visit plumbers911.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Car accident? Call DNW right now. Slip and fall? Call DNW right now. Any accident at all? Call DNW Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Bottom of the 8th inning.
Elias Myers delivers. There's a base hit into right by Pete Crow Armstrong. A little roller that found its way into right field. He'll take it as the Cubs try to add to their 6-4 lead, Ron.
Yeah, 6-4 lead. That's a good start here in the 8th. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars to the K to donate your car today. And Pete can put it in overdrive right here and steal second base to be good right about now.
You want to see first pitch running?
I think if he has the pitcher down, yes. But I think he's got to take off here in the first few pitches and try to steal second.
Willie Castro had what remains the biggest blow of the game, a 3-run homer back in the Cubs' third. That built up a 5-0 lead. Cubs still on top 6-4. As Castro, a switch hitter batting left-handed, takes high. Tobias Myers in relief. Game 2 of the Twin Bill tonight at 7:05. There's an off-speed pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Again, we mentioned earlier, you try to stay positive even though you've been struggling and the team ahead of you has been blazing hot. Here's the 1-1. The runner goes. The pitch outside. Throw to second base. And he is out at second. Cubs might want to challenge that call. Pete's walking away as if to say, yep, they got me. Apparently there will be no challenge.
That throw on the second base side of the bag. And this is a kind of a planned play as the throw is inside. Ortiz comes in and drops the tag down on Pete Crow Armstrong.
2-6, caught stealing. Indeed, he was out. 2-1 on Willie Castro. Cubs lead 6-4, 8th inning, 1 away. Strike 2 call. Glancing to the Milwaukee ninth, they're going to have the 9, 1, and 2 batters due up. And Daniel Palencia is throwing in the bullpen. 2-2 from the right-hander. Fastball is high, 3-2.
Meat of the order hitting right now, presented by Chef IQ. Since never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now, chefiq.com.
Ron's going to name the toast of the game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot in the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a high hard one. 2 down. And Zach Zaidman will have the Verizon postgame show for you later on.
Are you talking about the toast of the game ball player? How about the guy at the plate?
Owen Casey has driven in 3. First big league home run his last time up. First RBIs in his career, his first time up today with a 2-run single.
Catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Find it at catchdesmoines.com. And he could have the catch of the game, too, as he takes that one high. How about that ball he caught right against the sidewall, way down in the corner? So that'll be the catch of the game also.
Cubs out hitting Milwaukee 8-7. Leads 6-4. Swing and a miss by Owen. Strong kid. Takes a nice cut.
Now the home run he hit to left center. He just dropped the head of the bat on it. That was a line drive bullet to the seats in left center.
Left-handed batter, spent most of the year at AAA Iowa. And Casey swings and misses. Strike 3 to end the inning. Okay, fasten those seatbelts. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs 6, Milwaukee 4 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
It started with one car 70 years ago, when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side, Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you are still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite, then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9, Cubs 6, Brewers 4. The ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Pat?
Daniel Palencia has saved 18 games. Let me correct that. He has saved 16 of the 18 opportunities. So a very good percentage. And he has a little bit of room for error in this one with the Cubs leading by 2 runs at 6-4. And here we go in the ninth inning. Anthony Siegler will lead off. Left-handed batter, swinging at the first pitch. That's where the game has changed since I first started following big league ball. They're down by 2, and he's swinging at the first pitch in the ninth inning, Ron. Didn't used to be that way.
No, I would agree. You got to get a base runner.
Daniel brings it again. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, that's gas. 101 miles an hour. Seventh inning stretch was sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
Breeze blowing toward right, still cloudy. The lights have been on all day. Cubs with a 2-run lead in the ninth inning. Siegler leading it off. Left-handed batter waiting. And the pitch, swinging a foul back. Nothing real fancy about a lot of the pitches that Daniel throws.
No.
He just rears back and fires. That was 102 miles an hour. How do you hit that?
You don't. You foul it back.
And the 0-2. Just outside. That's one of the things amateur players, Ron, just simply cannot relate to.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Trying to hit a 102-mile-an-hour pitch. Now the 1-2. On the way. Strike 3 call. Fastball got him looking. Siegler maybe grumbling to himself. Gee, that sounded inside.
Yeah, this is just four-seam fastball that just perfect location on the inside corner for strike 3.
One away, and Sal Frelick, the batter. That's always a big out, that first man up in the inning. Frelick will take upstairs.
Cubs pitching change sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Frelick with a couple of hits. He drove in a run with a 6th inning single. And the 0-1. Frelick taking. This one missing down low, apparently. Please stay tuned for our post-game show. Bruce Levine is going to have a special guest. Zach Zaidman has the Verizon post-game show waiting for you. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike, a splitter.
How about that? Good luck.
Cubs 6, Milwaukee 4, 9th inning, 1 away, bases empty. The 2-1. Blowing inside, don't want to walk him.
Tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Owen Casey's made a couple really nice catches down in the corner. That'll be the tough play of the game.
See if Palencia can come back and get him. The 3-1. Ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. So the Brewers get the tying run to the plate. How big does that home run by Owen Casey in the 6th inning look right about now?
Huge. Absolutely.
Palencia with a strikeout and a walk to begin his work. Caleb Durbin, the batter. Durbin, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Tried to check, couldn't do it. Cubs stolen bases today. They're sponsored by Turo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Turo.com. Short lead at first by Frelick. Crowd quiet all of a sudden, the 0-1. Call, strike two. Ron, what's on your mind?
Boy, I like the gas. I just think he's got a feel for that fastball. I'd throw that same cross-fired fastball on the outside part of the plate and take your chances.
The right-hander ready. And the 0-2. A little looper into right field, a base hit. Rounding second and holding on is Frelick. Durbin got jammed, hit it off the handle, and able to loop it into the opposite field for a single. And Milwaukee has the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate as William Contreras steps in.
Yeah, they wanted this ball down and away, and it was inside. And I told you when Pete was hitting, the swing is good, timing bad, and if it's right, you loop the ball the other way, and that's exactly what Durbin did.
Contreras 1 for 3 with a walk. Dangerous hitter. Swings and fouls it at the plate. And that was an aggressive cut. Contreras, 13 home runs. Runners take their leads first and second. Cubs lead 6-4, one away, ninth inning. And the 0-1. Fastball is high. Christian Yelich on deck. These two teams have played a lot of nail biters. And the 1-1 from Palencia. Swinging a tap foul. He was out in front. What do you like on 1 and 2, Ron?
He went with the slider. That last pitch, and Contreras way out in front, barely fouled it off himself at home plate. I like high fastball. I think it makes it very tough for a hitter to catch up with 102 up in the zone.
The stretch. He brings it. Ground ball wide of third. Glove by Shaw. Go to second. There's one. Over to first. Cubs win the ball game. A double play ends the game. Nice play by Shaw. Sharply hit grounder. Matt moved to his left. Able to make a nice pick. Fired the ball to Castro at second, who relayed it to first. And the Cubs have beaten the Milwaukee Brewers by a score of 6-4. Some drama in that ninth inning, Ron.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you expect it. This Milwaukee group has been playing great baseball for a long time. And, Valencia makes a good pitch. And the question was Matty going to get to that ball in the hole? Once he did, it was a game of catch around the infield. Very good ball game for the Chicago Cubs today, and a well-needed win here at Wrigley.
So the 5-game series is now even at 1 victory apiece. We'll be back with more in a minute. The final, the Cubs 6, the Brewers 4. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules. Oh, yeah! That couldn't have been. Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in the Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver. Oh, yeah? Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Kumir, let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan, there's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 in Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Let's go down to Bruce Levine for a special guest.
All right, Pat and Ron, I'm here with Owen Casey. Owen, first of all, congratulations. Your first one, but more importantly, to begin the game, you get a huge hit.
Team get a W, and we're going to keep on trucking.
As far as you hit a home run in the major leagues, talk about what that is like and the feeling you had as you're rounding the bases.
I kind of just blacked out, I'm not going to lie. Hit it and run because I knew I got it pretty good. I don't know about the win, so I was really just thinking about 2, maybe 3. I couldn't really tell you. I just kind of blacked out. Yeah.
What has this week been like in the major leagues for you and your family? It's almost a week now.
Yeah, it's been great.